So I want to talk three different things. The first thing, in order, Rhonda, to be effective in ministry. I want to be effective in ministry. I don't want to just do ministry. I want to do some for the kingdom of God, for his glory. I want to be effective in ministry. The first thing is I must fall in love with Jesus. That's number one. You got to fall in love with Jesus. You got to fall in love with him. We can't have a casual relationship with him. We just casual Christians and casual believers. They got to fall in love with him. Some of us are at different places in our walk with the Lord. Some of us are really early in our walk with the Lord, and so we're learning to fall in love with him. How do you fall in love with somebody? You spend time with them. You spend time with them. You get to know them. You get to have a relationship with them. You hang out with them. You talk to them. You listen to them. You fall in love. Falling in love. You fall in love with them. Anyway, you fall in love with them. So that's the first thing. I need to fall in love with you. Jesus said in Mark chapter 12, verse 30. This is very important. Mark chapter 12, verse 30. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. Love the Lord with all of your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength. That's what we're supposed to do. So that's how I fall in love with him. Do I love him with all of my heart, my mind, my soul, and strength? I'm falling in love. When I fell in love with Tori, I spent time with her. I called her. I talked to her. I got to know her. I got to understand her. I communicated with her. I dialogued with her. I built relationship with her. I became intimate with her. That's right. We got married. We got intimate. She said, hey. And that's what we should do with the Lord. Be a relationship, have an intimate relationship with him, reading about him, studying about him, fasting and praying, denying yourself, finding out about him. How can I love him if I don't know him? How can I know him when I don't spend any time with him? Say that again. How can I know him how can I love him if I don't know him? Like some of us, you really don't know him. Don't just come to church. Get to know him. Get to know him. He said, Tobias, let their mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. So what was his mind? I gotta read about him so I can find out the type of mindset that he had. How did he handle pressure? How did he handle betrayal? How did he handle just people who denied him? How did he move? How did he operate? How did he forgive? So I get to know him. I fall in love with him. I spend time with him. I talk to him. I open up to him. I'm honest with him. I'm transparent with him. I listen to him. I listen to him through his word. I also listen to him through prayer. I'm falling in love with Jesus. I remember just times that just pull away with him and talk to him and spend time with him and get to know him and share all of my darkest secrets with him. He know I'll love him anyway. He already know it, but it's a different level of intimacy when you share it with me, when you share with me what I already know. Some of y'all got kids. There's a different level of closeness when you already know what they own. If they try to keep what you already know from them, there's a level of separation and a lack of intimacy and a lack of transparency. But when I know you, boy. I know what you've been looking at. I know what you've been watching. I know you lying. You know that. And so you already know that, and they still gonna lie. How many of y'all don't answer that question? How many of you got kids and I know you? Some of y'all got husbands and wives, and I know you, and you still trying to keep this from me. You lying in my face. That causes disunity. It causes distrust. I don't really want to deal with you. How do you think that God feels? He already know our junk and our mess and our flaws and our lies and our insecurities and our brokenness and our pain and our grief and our turmoil. He know that. But it's a different level of intimacy when we share with him what he already know. Yeah, that's the sermon. That's it. I told y'all before, when Tori communicate with me what I already know, it's a different level of intimacy. I see it anyway. I know it anyway. So when she open up, and that's how it is with God, when I open up to him, what he already know. He know myself. Oh, my God. And I have to be honest, God. God, I'm struggling with this. God, I'm struggling. God, I'm feeling like this. God, I already know it, but I'm glad you was bold enough and wise enough and trust me enough to share it with me. Now I can get in this thing and help you because you was honest and open enough to let me in. Sometimes, y'all, some of us, we live in our lives without even letting God in. You live your life, you don't trust nobody. It's nobody need nobody. And that's how you go. That's how you are with God, though. You don't need nobody. And you don't really say that you know you need God, but really when the rubber meet the road, you don't show that you need him. Because you do your own thing and you get in control of the situation yourself rather than truly sitting still. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Some of us don't sit still enough to allow God to do things in your life. You don't sit still. You're constantly moving, and you don't sit still enough. It's not that you don't love him. It's just you don't sit still enough. You're so busy. You get up and go. You get up and go. You come home. You're always moving. You get up and go. And you don't really sit still enough to sup with him and to get in his presence and to hear from him. You got to sit with him. The Lord just gave somebody a word. The Lord just gave, like, you have to prioritize that type of time with him. So for me, Narissa, I give him the first fruit of my day, Narissa, not because I'm a pastor. This was before I began to pastor, because of my love for him. I don't spend time with him so I can get a word so I can preach to you all. I spend time with him because he's my priority, and I've fallen in love with him, and I want to continually, consistently get to know him. So I spend time with him to get to know him because I'm still falling in love with him. I haven't arrived yet. He means everything to me. And if he means everything to me, I can't be too busy for him. You can't tell me that you love me and you always too busy for me. You can't ever spend time with me. You can't ever come see me. You can't ever talk to me. You can't ever call me. I know you busy. I know you're making a lot of money, but you can't love me if you ain't spending no kind of time with me. That's a lot of lip service. Show me you love me. Show me you love me. So how about we prioritize our lives? And say, God, before I do anything, before I move, God, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. What you mean you're not a morning? You have to become a morning person. What if he and not a morning person don't wake you up? Tell me you're not a morning person. God, listen, God, you're my priority. I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you the first fruit of what I do. The first fruit, God, the beginning, God. Falling in love with him. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, and all of your strength. So these are qualifications of an elder. But I think that's so important. And so, men, I want you to hear. Ladies, I also want you to hear. And do we meet these qualifications as people of God? So Titus chapter 1, verse 6 through 9. As we get you a mic, I'm going to read this, but you're going to read the long stuff. An elder must be blameless. So is this you? And not just an elder, but an elder must be blameless, faithful to his wife, a man whose children believe and are not open to the charge of being wild and disobedient. Since an overseer manages God's household, he must be blameless, not overbearing. You got to be blameless. Are you blameless? Tobias, so that's, are you blameless? Like, man, ain't nobody saying nothing about Tobias because you carry yourself in such a way that if somebody say anything about you, they lying on you, man. Your reputation is such as, like, they lying on me. So you're blameless. Blameless, not overbearing, not quick-tempered. You pop off on everybody. Just, man, whatever. No, I ain't quick-tempered no more because I'm led by the Spirit. Not given to drunkenness. Stop getting drunk. Hey, listen, people of God, stop. Two things. Stop getting drunk and stop cussing. Okay? Like, just stop. All right, let me bridle my tongue. Let me stop cussing. Okay? I need to stop cussing. That's not Christian-like. That's not becoming of a believer. That make unbelievers speak blasphemy about God. That make unbelievers who watch you that's not saying anything, you just like me. So we got to watch our tongue, people of God. Amen? So that was for you. You came to church to hear that. Stop cussing. not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain. Ain't doing none of this stuff. Rather, he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, who is self-controlled. Control yourself. That's a fruit of the Spirit, self-control. Are you self-controlled? Get in control of yourself. Control your tongue. I go to Innovation. My name is Narissa Watson. I go to Innovation, and I cuss like a sailor. Man, what's up? Who is your pastor? You know you doing that? And I serve on this team, and I do this right here, and I love my church. Look, don't be telling me, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, when y'all go places, I want y'all proud of me. When people in the community, I want people saying, let me tell you something. I done heard your pastor, and he the real deal. He the real deal. He come with that heat, and he preached the unadulterated word of God. Because I represent God, I represent my family, and guess what else? I represent you all. When I'm out, I represent y'all. And I don't want to shame y'all. And I don't want y'all to shame me either. Narissa, go to your church. Oh my God. Like she is serving. She is an amazing woman of God, and she just go out of her way, and she's on time, and she come to work, and she does everything that we ask her to do. That's what I want, Narissa. Rather than she go to your church, because they associate us together. If you are a pastor, and you condone this right here, then you must live like that as well. That's how folks think. So make sure, y'all, that we represent. Rather, he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, who is self-controlled. Control yourself. Upright, holy, and disciplined. Be disciplined in what you eat. Be disciplined in what you drink. Be disciplined in how you move. Be disciplined. I'm not going to eat that because I'm disciplined. And not just because I'm trying to be fit, but because I'm a disciplined man or woman of God. Discipline. Look at somebody and say, I'm disciplined. Verse 9. Just say I'm disciplined, girl. I'm learning. Say it. The Bible said, let the weak say that they're strong. You may not be disciplined. Say I'm disciplined until you become disciplined. I'm disciplined. Point to yourself and say I'm disciplined. You got to tell yourself stuff. I'm disciplined. I'm faithful. I'm anointed. I don't lie. I don't cuss. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't watch porn. That's not who I am anymore. Say it. The Bible, let the weak say they strong. Say it until you become what you said you. I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined. I am disciplined. I am disciplined. He must hold firmly to the trustworthy message as it has been taught. Hold firmly to it, so that he can encourage others by sound doctrine and refute those who oppose it. That's some good stuff. Got to hold firm to this doctrine. I got to hold firm. And I'm going to teach other people. I'm going to teach other people. I'm going to give it to other folks who oppose. So number one, I got to make sure that I fall in love with Jesus. Mike, it's not about the title. It's not about having a title of pastor or title of minister or title of evangelist or title of prophetess or title of elder or title. It's not about a title. Those brothers that got ordained, none of them asked me to be ordained because it wasn't about the title. It was about them being faithful to God. It was about me seeing their faithfulness. It's about me talking to their wives and understanding who they really are when nobody's watching. It blessed me to hear their wives get up and say what they said about them because their wives know them better than anybody. When Stacy can say the things that she said about Fro, when Tisa can say the things she said about Keno and Toya about Sean and Sherelle about Mike, when they said these things, it blessed me because they live with them. So we have to aspire, can your wife say that about you? I know. The baby like, okay, wife. And it may not be the story right now, but that's going to be your story. That's going to be my story. I done messed up so much, I know she can't say it, but it's going to be my story. Give me a couple of months. Give me a couple of weeks. She going to be able to say that my husband is a man of integrity. My husband is a stand-up man. My husband he walks in godliness. She's going to be able to say that. Be able to say that. All right, number 2. This is important. So the first thing, Throne, I got to fall in love with Jesus. Before I think about getting involved in ministry. I got to fall in love with him. I ain't really concerned about serving and all this. I got to fall in love with him first for myself. Because it's like I was drowning, and he threw the lifeline to me, and I grabbed the lifeline. So right now, I ain't got time to be trying to grab everybody else with me. I got to make sure that I'm secure myself. Some of us in that state right now to where, look, I mean, I can witness to people along the way, but right now, I'm so lost, I'm so deep in quicksand that I can't be trying to touch other people and bring folks out with me. Right now, I'm trying to survive myself. I'm trying to come up out of this mess myself. I still need deliverance myself. So that's the first order be. I got to fall in love with him myself. Apostle Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. Look what he said. He said, listen, now, before we go to verse 2, number 2, he said, now I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the race. He says, so I keep in my body and bring it into subjection, lest that when I preach to others, I myself won't be a castaway. So in other words, I got to make sure that I'm so on point with the Lord that when I preach to you, I'm not disqualified from the race myself. So I can't be so focused on you that I lose sight of what God is doing in my life. I'm so focused on making sure you get it that I don't get it. And sometimes I'm so focused on ministering on this title that I want to make sure that y'all get it, but I don't get it. My mama told me about this evangelist one time. She was on crack cocaine, and she got delivered from crack cocaine. But she went back too soon to this woman's house who was still on crack cocaine. And she went to her house, and she started ministering to the woman who was still on crack cocaine. And the woman that she was ministering to got free from crack cocaine. And then she went back to crack cocaine because she wasn't ready, because it was too soon for her to go into this dark place. She wasn't ready. So you got to make sure that you're not giving to other people that you lose yourself. So I got to make sure I don't feel like I got it all together to where I can't fall. I got to make sure that I'm feeding myself the word of God, and I'm falling in love with Jesus consistently myself so that I don't fall. Then I can teach you with conviction. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, focus on who's holding your ladder and whose ladder you are holding. So Sam Chan said in this book that I just read that is so powerful. It says, it talks about who's holding your ladder. So let's talk a little bit about leadership. So it's going to be very important. Ultimately, the fulfillment of the vision depends on the people who support the ladder of the visionary. So in other words, the illustration that he gives, he said that I'm climbing a ladder and I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. But in order for me to go higher, I need a stable ladder holder. While I'm working on the ladder, I need to make sure that I have a stable ladder holder, Mike, because I can't work on this ladder and I got a shady ladder holder. So the height and where I go depends on the strength of who's holding my ladder. All right. So Moses said this, Exodus chapter 18. We'll start at verse 12. Now, there you go, Sister Angela. This is a little lengthy. You read that part. Because Moses was a strong man of God, and God called Moses when Moses was, and he came to Moses by way of a burning bush. Moses was alone when God called him, and he spoke to him. And Moses was doing the work, and Moses saw God do a lot of things. Aaron, he saw him do a lot of things. But Moses needed some help. You go to the next level when you're able to properly delegate and get things done through other people. So let's look at what happened with Moses.
Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, brought a burnt offering and other sacrifices to God. And Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat a meal with Moses' father-in-law in the presence of God. The next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people, and they stood around him from morning till evening. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, "What is this you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge, while all these people stand around you from morning till evening?"
Moses doing everything by himself. He said, why do you stand around and do all of this right here while all these people standing around you? You're doing it by yourself. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, what is that you're doing for the people? Why do you alone sit and judge? You're doing this alone while all these people stand around you from morning to eve. You got all these people on the team, but you're doing it by yourself. Next verse.
Moses answered him, because the people come to me to seek God's will.
I'm the only one that can do it. They come to me to seek God's will. Whenever they have a dispute, verse 16, whenever they have a dispute, it is brought to me, and I decide between the parties and inform them of God's decrees and instructions. Next verse.
Moses' father-in-law replied, what you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. Listen now to me, and I will give you some advice, and may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God and bring their disputes to him. Teach them his decrees and instructions, and show them the way they are to live and how they are to behave. But select capable men.
Now, before you delegate, Ernest, you got to select not just any men, you got to select capable men.
Capable men.
From all the people, men who fear God. You can't delegate and allow people to hold your ladder and to lift you up that's not capable. All right? So you got to find some capable people to be around you. Mike, you need some capable coaches to be around you, not anybody. Can't anybody help? I need some capable people, some capable men from all people who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain. I'm going to tell you what this guy, it was a secular guy, I forgot who it was. He said this, it was something that he wasn't even saved. He said, man, I don't hang with, he said, I don't do, come on, I said that before. Go on, girl. She's a real prophetess. He said, I don't do business with people that cheat on their wife. He wasn't even saved. He said, because if they'll betray the one that they sleeping with, then I can't trust, they'll betray me. Y'all don't have no church. If you sleep with her every night. If you betray her, you're not trustworthy. The man wasn't even saved. He said, but I don't do business with people that cheat on their wife. I think he said the old head told him that, and he developed that philosophy. Because integrity is integrity. If you have no problem betraying who you sleep with every night, who am I? So select capable men from all people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. He's showing us how to do business, how to move from being singular to plural, how to be move from being minister to leader. Let's go.
Have them serve as judges for the people at all times, but have them bring every difficult case to you. The simple cases they can decide themselves. They will make your load lighter because they will share it with you.
You deal with the stuff that only you can deal with. And you allow them to deal with things that, okay, well, this is when you begin to delegate. When I can delegate my responsibility to Patricia when she's able to do things at least 80% as good as I'm able to do them. So if I delegate it to her and she's only able to do it 50%, then the ball gonna drop. Some people don't delegate because they're waiting for her to do it as good as I do it. She's not gonna probably ever do it as good as I do it. Maybe not. It's my baby. It's my vision. So there's going to be always some things that I would have done different. I could have done different. I wish you would have done it. I wish you would have said this. But I got to live with that. If I'm going to multiply my effectiveness, then I have to get things done through people. All right? Because I can do it all by myself, and it can be perfect wrong, but I'm just one person. But what if I get 70 people and invest in them, and they do it at least 70%, 80% as good as I do? We multiply our effectiveness. So Jethro is teaching leadership principles. That's what Jesus did. He got some faithful people. Some good stuff here today. He got some faithful people. All right. So, and they're going to lighten your load. So don't allow that to be the excuse that you don't delegate because they ain't able to do it as good as I'm able to do it. They ain't able to, like, they just, like, you know, they can't do it as well as I can. No, you got to delegate, all right? Let's go, verse 23.
If you do this, and God so commands, you will be able to stand the strain, and all these people will go home satisfied. Moses listened to his father-in-law and did everything he said. He chose capable men from all Israel and made them leaders of the people, officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. They served as judges for the people at all times. The difficult cases they brought to Moses, and the simple ones they decided themselves.
So anything that we do here, anything that's under my leadership, it's important to me that you have a team in place. That one person is not doing everything. That you got to make sure that there's a team. That if you lead a team, who's on your team? If you lead a team, you can't just be solo. I'm going to do it. I'm going to usher. The ushers ain't coming, so I'm going to put out all the chairs myself. I'm going to get all the flags outside. I'm going to do all of myself. Oh, well, the greeter's not here. I'm going to greet everybody myself. No, you got to go and get your team. You got to ensure that your team greet. You have to know how to do all of it and be willing to do all of it, but you got to have your team because if you go down, we're in trouble. And we can't build off of the back of one individual. So who's your bag up? Because if you can't do it, who gonna do it? So now you're holding us hostage because nobody can do it but you. You make yourself dispensable when you do that. So this is how you make yourself indispensable. You make yourself indispensable when you have a team and they're able to do it without you. Then you become indispensable. We can't get rid of you. But you become dispensable when you're great at what you do, but you're the only one that know how to do it. You become dispensable. Very important in leadership. You got to know that. So it's not impressive that you so cold and you so awesome if you hadn't trained anybody else up. Because you stunt the growth of the team. And we can't grow if you don't delegate. If it's all on you. We got to go through you. Who gonna call the income people? I got it. So we can't grow. Don't let something happen. You get sick. Don't let anything happen. So now we stuck. We had a standstill because you did not delegate responsibility. Some people live like that. I got you, Bishop. I got you. So now look at Exodus chapter 17, verse 8 through 13.
The Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose some of our men and go out to fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the staff of God in my hands." So Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill.
So they fighting the Amalekites. Now this is what happened as they go to the next verse.
As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning.
Moses got his hands up, and the Israelites was fighting the Amalekites, and they were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. So Moses put his hands up, they were winning. He lowered his hands, the Amalekites started winning. So it was something about this posture. It was something about his hands up. He got tired, and the enemy started winning. Let's go, next verse. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up. So when he didn't have enough strength to hold up his hands, he had people that held up his hands for him. One on one side, one on the other, so that his hands remained steady till sunset. My God, my God. Who's holding up your hands? When you get tired, when you don't have it in you, who's holding up your hands? Who's encouraging you? Who's building you up? You can't say, I'm beat, I'm tired, I'm worn out, when you hadn't put people in place to hold up your hand. You got to delegate people in place to hold up your hands when you can't go. Oh, my God. I'm worn out, Mike. I can't do it, so we got to cancel everything. We got to cancel everything because you can't be here, Pastor. I'm going to be late for service. Y'all wait until I get there before y'all start. Mike, y'all wait to start practice when I get there. Just wait until I get there. Because I know everything and y'all know nothing and I got everything. So wait till I get there. What you running? When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone, because he empowered them to hold his hands up. Joshua succeeded Moses. When Moses left, Joshua succeeded Moses. Moses was the leader of Israel. Then Joshua became the leader of Israel. But Joshua was a great ladder holder. He served Moses. And when you're a great ladder holder, when it's time for you to climb the ladder, then God will put some great ladder holders in your life. So her and Aaron was holding up Moses' arms. Who's your Aaron? Who's your Aaron? You dolo, you by yourself. And you can't be used to the maximum places that God want to use you because you dolo. And it rises and falls with you. But you do a good job, though. You do a great job, but you do it by yourself. Now, was that it? That's okay. Verse 13. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword, because whenever Moses' arms were up, they won. So Ernest, he ain't had a strength. He ain't had a strength. Yeah, he did not have the strength to hold his arms up. But it didn't matter about him not having the strength, because he had some homies that was able to hold his arms up when he didn't have it in him. You ever felt like you didn't have it in you? But when you empower people, you ain't got to have it in you, because it's still going to keep it moving. That's effective ministry. When our creative director is not here, the ball don't drop, because Candace is in charge then. And then when the creative director not here, nor Candace here, the ball don't drop, because Candace has empowered people to run it and operate it when she's not here. When Ted's not here, the ball don't drop, because the young man that's behind Ted's in the 837 service, Ted's been training him for some time, so the ball don't drop. If Ted's in Shauna out of town, the ball don't drop. Okay, that's effective ministry. Okay. The higher we need to go, we got you, baby. We're going to talk to you after service. We got you. All right. So the higher we need to go, the more important the ladder holders become. The higher we need to go, the more, I got you now, you hear me? All right. The higher we need to go, the more important the ladder holders become. So when you're on surface level and you don't need to go that high, I wish I can show y'all. I wish I had a ladder or something. So I can show y'all. I wish I had. Now, just because y'all, so y'all can really get what I'm saying. I wish. Oh. So, she said short ladder. If I'm trying to change a light bulb, like in my room, if I'm changing the light bulb in my room, then this ladder is okay. Like this is a decent enough ladder if I'm trying to change it in my room, because my ceiling not that tall. I can step on it right here. And I don't really need a ladder holder with this, because it's just so small, all right? Now, our living room, thank you. Our living room is got a deep ceiling. So if I'm going to change the light in that living room, I need a bigger ladder, Mooney. You done been over there. You see how it's kind of up there. So I need a bigger ladder. What in the world? She said, they're going to hold you. My baby concerned if the ladder going to hold me. So I have to get up here and I have to get on this ladder, and I have to change the ladder. But I need strong ladder holders if the mission is a little higher. You got me, Bishop? So on a lower level, on a light bulb in my room, I don't need a big ladder. And I don't need no help. But now I'm going higher, and I need some strong folks. I need a strong, yeah, Tim, you hold my ladder now. Because I'm going to the next level. All right. Thank y'all. Strong. Now, if I'm trying to do something on, like, outside and change one of the, the bulbs outside all the way on the roof, one of the lights on the roof, like we got a floodlight outside, I got to get up there, then I need a really, really large ladder. Because, like, that one not going to cut it. The small ladder ain't going to cut it. The little step standing, oh, what we got here? Yeah, I'm good. Listen, behind every height climber is a faithful ladder holder. Say that again, Pastor. Behind every height climber is a faithful ladder holder. Those who insist on doing everything by themselves, they can, look, if you're trying to paint something, you can still paint. But you can't paint very high or very effective or even safe or sensibly. So as the vision increases, the need for another type of ladder holder increases. So when I'm on this level and I just got to change my light bulb in the house, that's one vision. I ain't need no ladder holder. Now I need to change the light bulb in the living room on my ceiling. I needed a different type of ladder and a different type of ladder holder. Now I need to go on the roof and do something on the roof. I need a different type of ladder holder. Can't have no flimsy little ladder holders. Got to have some strong ladder holders, man. Because we getting some work done. I'm going to the next level. When we had one service, we had certain type of leaders. Now we going to two service. We gotta get some strength. Gotta get some strength on the team. All right. Hold my ladder. You gotta hold my ladder. Don't let me. So now he got to hold his ladder. And the higher you go, the more God elevate you. You got to have strong ladder holders, Katina. As the vision increases, the need for strong ladder holder increases. The type of ladder holders that you can't have. You can't have ladder holders that you got to tell what to do all the time. Man, did you turn in the reports? Did you cut the light off over there? What you mean? The light I texted you about the light and you still ain't done it. Did you bring me the material? So I'm having to constantly tell them the same thing over and over and over again. I don't need that type of ladder holder because I've delegated something to you. And now I got to follow up behind you to see if you did the thing that's been asked of you. I need the type of ladder holder that if the responsibility is yours now, you need to make sure that happens. So I don't need the type of ladder holder that I have to continue to repeat myself. So if you're holding somebody's ladder, are they having to repeat themselves over and over and over again about an assignment that they've delegated to you? Hey, look, this is what we want to see. This is what and they got to keep saying the same thing over and over again. You frustrating the ladder climber when they got to repeat themselves over and over again. So I gotta be focused on who's holding my ladder. So I don't want this type of ladder holder. I appreciate you, but I don't need this kind of ladder holder. I also don't like I don't want the type of ladder holder that they just casually do things. They casually do things. They're not intentional about my safety. They're not intentional about the vision. They're not intentional about where we're going. Hey, look. I'm up here. Hold my ladder now. So I'm up here doing work, and I'm busy, and I'm locked in on the vision and on the mission that God has called me to do. And she can't stop. She taking selfies. She on the phone. She talking to her boyfriend. She's preoccupied with what's happening. I don't need that type of letter holder because I need somebody that's going to be intentional on the mission that God has called us to be on. She got too many side things going on in her life. She just casually do ministry. She casually works. And she don't understand the severity of what we have going. Thank you, but I don't need that type of ladder holder. With where I'm going, with what God is doing, with where God is taking me, I need that type of ladder holder. I also don't need this type of ladder holder. A resume builder. A ladder holder that's building a resume. They here, but they only here until they find the next shiniest ladder. They here, but they're really looking for the next big ladder. They here to build a resume. They here to be ordained. They here to just get their credentials. They here to they really not focused on being here. They're not locked into being here. This ain't even where you belong. You don't even really want to be here. You just here, but you focusing on something else. I want to get here and I want to preach. And I want to preach enough, and then I'm just going, okay, I done preached, now I'm going to try to stop. I mean, that's just what I'm on. This is not really where I'm rooted and grounded in. I'm here to learn. I'm here to just get something from you. And then once I get what I need to get from you, then I'm rolling. But even in my time here, I'm not locked in to while I'm here. If you're on a job and you know that you may be leaving, lock into that job. Lock into where you are right now. Be faithful where you are. Thank you, resume builder. Type of letter holders you don't want. You just here for you on the team. You ain't even trying to really be here. You're not locked in. You preoccupied with other things. So them kind of letter holders you don't have. Now other type of letter holder you don't want. Someone that's they mean. And look, and they really don't want to be here. Because you can sense people who don't want to be here. Man, hold my letter, man. You looking at your watch trying to see when it's time to go. You come to work, you come to church, you park in backwards. You came to church, you done got up. You done parked in backwards. You so ready to leave. Like, listen, you got up in the morning, you took a shower, you came to church, and when you got here, you was ready to leave. How you take a shower, put on your cologne, groom yourself, come and you sitting here you just ready to go. What time we gonna be done? So you got somebody who don't want to be here. Somebody who has the attitude, Tanika, that, you know what, I don't get to do this. That's why we don't have to do this, we get to do this. And if you don't have the attitude and the mindset that you get to do it, we don't want you to do it. Because you don't believe that you get to do it. We get to serve. You get to hold the ladder. You get to serve. You get to sing. You get to be able to meet the team. You get to usher. Look, I said this before, and I said I don't want this to sound arrogant at all. But I want y'all to understand this right here. Like, it's a privilege to hold my ladder. It's a privilege. Because it's a privilege for me to serve God. It's a privilege for me to do what God has called. And I feel that I get to do this. And all of us got to be, y'all, we get to serve. We get to worship God. We get to be in community together. We get to do it. I get to lead you. That's my mindset. So it has to be your mindset that you get to serve. We'll fire a volunteer. I know you ain't getting paid, but your services are no longer needed. Because we're going to find somebody that feel that they get to do this. and not have to do it. You came to church and you feel like you got to serve. You got to usher. Tim, we good on you, man. Well, don't worry about ushering. No, I got it. No, you ain't got it. Sit down. We got it. Because it's somebody that want to be ushering. It's somebody that's called to usher. And since it's such a burden to you, sit down and just enjoy the service. The fifth kind of ladder holder that you don't want. Somebody they don't bring nothing to the game. They don't bring nothing. They just, yes, yes, yes. So do you think I need to preach this sermon? I wasn't done with the question. Or the other sermon? Okay, which sermon? The sermon I preached at 8:37 or 11:07? Okay, do we need to have give thanks on Sunday or Wednesday? You just saying yes. You don't add nothing to you don't bring nothing to the game. You don't bring nothing to the table. You just yes. Give some suggestions. Give some ideas. What have you been thinking about? What have you been praying about? Take this thing and own it. It's a privilege that you get to hold this ladder. Thank you, but your services are no longer needed. I got to have some loyal ladder holders. Some committed ladder holders. Some people that know that they get to do this. Some faithful ladder holders. People who say, I get to do it. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm loyal. God has called me to this. God has brought me here. God has blessed me. And I'm going to hold your ladder until you say don't hold it. So, Leonard said this to me. Come on over here, Leonard. This is what Leonard said to me. Because years ago, we were doing ministry. I'm preaching from the ladder. Years ago, we were doing ministry, and as we were doing ministry, Sister Rebecca, we had a nonprofit, and we still got a nonprofit. And so we didn't have a church at that point. Leonard was giving me the blues. So I want y'all to thank Leonard because Leonard, I cut my teeth in leading Leonard. Like I'm telling you, he was so difficult. It was just like he come late, he leave early. Like it was just like, my God. Like now we did some great things together, but it was just we really was clashing. Nick Saban said this. I want y'all to get this. Nick Saban said that high-level people and mediocre people, they clash. He said high-level people don't like mediocre people, and mediocre people don't like high-level people. Because high-level people got a problem with mediocre people work ethic. They got a problem with, they don't understand that we got to work, that we got to get it, that we got to move, that we got to know how to pivot. They okay with being okay. And mediocre people don't like high-level people because they feel like, you so anal, why it's got to be this way? Why it's got to be on time? Why everything got to be on point? Why we got to start on time? You doing too much. So we were just clashing. And we got ready to start the church. This my boy, this my partner. Tim, Leonard didn't come to the church. Leonard, he started, I'm going to another church. He ain't even come to, I'm feeling some kind of way. Like, bro, we been doing this all these years. You just go somewhere else. Yeah, I'm out. So he left. He stopped working at LEC. And God was doing something in him, though. At that time, he didn't have a degree. I was trying to teach him how to be a faithful ladder climber. But he wasn't even a faithful ladder holder. And so Leonard he left, and when he left, he went and he got his degree. But before he got his degree, come here, Katina. Before he got his degree, we started the church. And we started the church, we got some leaders on the team. Katina, one of the leaders. Keno, one of the leaders. We had some amazing leaders on the team. Sharp leaders. Katina has a bachelor's degree, and you got another degree too, don't you? And your master's degree. Katina sharp. She was doing some work And Lena was at the church that day. She was doing some work in my office as a pastor. So this is this, and I sent this to you right here. And check this, check your text message. And so I sent, and Lena was just looking like, my God. But Leonard, he's a humble man. And Leonard said, I'm going to tell you something, man. Listen, you got the right people around you. He said, I see how things operate, how things move around here. He said, that's what I felt. That's what you needed. He said, you didn't need me. You need people like her around you. In other words, he was saying that I wasn't a good ladder holder. I was preoccupied. I couldn't hold your ladder like what you needed. With what God is doing in your life, you needed people like this to hold your ladder. And he saw how she was functioning and operating. He was like, you need these type of professionals around you to hold your ladder for what God is doing in your life. Leonard left, and he went and got his bachelor's degree. And not only did he go and get his bachelor's degree, he also went and got his master's degree. Leonard came back. I'm ready to hold your ladder. Y'all don't have no church. I'm ready to hold. I'm locked in. I'm 10 toes. I ain't playing games. I ain't snipping and dipping. I ain't creeping. I ain't sidetracked. I'm ready to hold your ladder. I done went and got everything that I needed. Now I'm ready to do some real kingdom work. Hallelujah. What has to happen, Sister Rebecca, is the first thing is you have to make sure that there's spiritual formation. Now that there's spiritual formation, then you have to make sure that there's skill formation. So spiritual formation, Mike, is I'm getting everything that I need. That's number one. That's base one. I'm getting everything that I need from the Lord. I'm falling in love with the Lord. Base two is skill formation. Now where do I serve in the church? Base three is strategic formation. Now, God has called me to this particular ministry, to this prison ministry, to this outreach ministry. I know that this is where God has called me to. I give my life doing this. So now we on third base. And this is how we take it home. When ladder climbers teach ladder holders how to become ladder climbers. That's when you at home base. So while he's holding the ladder, and while I'm up here on the ladder and being a ladder climber, it's my responsibility to show him that you're not going to be a ladder holder forever. God didn't call you to just hold ladders. You may be holding my ladder, but you got to be climbing another ladder. So as you hold this ladder, what ladder are you climbing? You can't just be a career ladder holder. You can hold a ladder, but what ladder are you climbing as well? What are you doing? What does God call you to do as well? And so what I did was I said, okay, what we going to do, I'm on the ladder, but this is what we're going to do. I want you, because I'm teaching you how to be a ladder climber. And so it's important that you climb the ladder. And see, when he get right here and he just feel like, because he's scared to go, come on, man, go, keep on climbing. Let's go. Come on, go, come on. You can go higher than that. You can go higher than that. You can go, take another step. You go, I got to encourage him that he's not just okay with being down here. He's okay. Go up there and climb the ladder. Go and climb the ladder because you're right, you're right to climb ladders now. Come here, DG. Where you at, DG? Come here, DG. DG went home. He done went home. DG done went home. That's why you got to stay. That's all right. Give me somebody else. Give me somebody else. Give me somebody, anybody. Come on, Tobias. Come on. So, Leonard is climbing ladders. Tobias is holding the ladder that Leonard is climbing. Because, Leonard, your job is not complete until you teach somebody else how to be a ladder climber. You got to make sure that they have spiritual formation. Don't let them climb this ladder too soon. You have to make sure that there's spiritual formation, and then skill formation, and then strategic formation. And now they're ready to climb the ladder. So while you up on the ladder, you teach Tobias how to be a ladder climber. So you're a ladder holder, but who's your ladder? You're a ladder climber, Leonard, but who's your ladder holder? So we're teaching him while he's climbing ladder. Leaders, while you climbing ladders, you have to make sure that you're trained in some ladder holders. Okay, come on down, Leonard. Come on down, Leonard. Come on down. And so now he done taught the ladder holder to be a ladder climber. And the same thing that I gave him, because he's scared on that ladder. Let's go. Come on. Get on. Y'all, come on, give God a hand clap of praise. Who's holding your ladder? And whose ladder are you holding? You better make sure you're holding the right person's ladder, the person that's going to give you something, that's going to depart something in you, that's going to train you, that's going to disciple you, and you better make sure you got the right people holding your ladder. Come on, give God a hand clap of praise. Thank you. Hallelujah. Jesus chose 12 ladder holders. He went and chose them. He chose them to hold his ladder. So listen, don't drop the ladder. He chose them to hold his ladder. So you have followers, you have ministers. Ministers, they do it a great job by themselves. And then you have leaders. Ministers get it done on their own. Leaders get it done through other people. The guy says, it's Sam Chan, he wrote the book. He said in the book, he said that he was at a church, and he was pastoring the church, and one of the guys at the church said, he noticed a guy at the church was doing prison ministry. He was doing it by himself. He was going at it. So what he said is like, since he's already doing prison ministry for a couple of years, this is a true story. He said, I need to let him be over the prison ministry. So he got the guy to be over the prison ministry. And when he got him to be over the prison ministry, the guy wasn't effective. Because he was doing good as long as he was just by himself. But when he was over the ministry himself, he had to delegate responsibility and call and check on people and send out texts and emails and make sure the people's in place. He didn't do a good job leading it. So he was a great manager, but not a great leader. Now, everybody's not going to be a leader, so you can be a great manager. But make sure if you're a manager, you're not in a leadership role. Because you're going to frustrate the people. And it's going to seem like you don't know what you're doing. Because you can do great when it's just you. You be great in the classroom, but when you got to lead the people that lead the classroom, there may be an area of struggle, and it's okay, but you got to know that. He said that when he was younger, he would preach. He was at this church. And all the elders at the church would say, whenever you preach, he was in his 20s, whenever you preach, man, the Lord be using you, the Lord bless you, the Lord use you, man. Pastor don't really know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. And the guy just started, it went to his head. And so he got into a meeting, and the elders was trying to get things to go one way. And the pastor presented something, and the guy who wrote the book said he stood up, he was against the pastor, what he said. He disagreed with him publicly. Be very careful when you're in a leadership meeting. Be very careful when you're at work that you don't disagree with your leader publicly. This is some good teaching. You can disagree, but don't disagree publicly. They're going to feel a way about it. And they may not ever say anything, but they've taken a mental note. You can offer a suggestion. Hey, have we thought about doing it this way? But when you blatantly disagree publicly, you'll probably be ostracized. He disagreed with the pastor publicly. He said about 30 seconds into it, Marron, 30 seconds into it, he felt it. He said, but he was too far along to turn around. Y'all been there to where you know that you're doing something wrong, you know that you off-kilter, but you got too much pride to stop it. You already said something you shouldn't have said, and you just won't stop it. You got to allow the Holy Spirit to cause you to pivot. Wait, man, I'm tripping. Let me scratch that. Let me restate that. This is what I'm saying, man. He said, so when he left that church, because he dishonored the pastor, he started pastoring. He said the same thing that he did to the pastor, somebody did it to him. So you reap what you sow. When you're not a good ladder holder, you're not going to inherit good ladder holders. But when you're an excellent ladder holder, God will bless you with some excellent ladder holders. I pray and I believe that when I was holding my pastor's ladder at my former church, that I was a great ladder holder. That whatever is asked of me, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to disagree with him publicly. I'm going to support him. If there's any type of concern, I'm going to address it with him in love, in submission. Thank you, baby. Who's holding your ladder? The third and last point, put it on the screen. I know, baby. Find yourself washing feet. As we do effective ministry and as we lead people, men of God, as you lead your homes, as you lead in ministry, find yourself washing feet. Luke chapter 22, verse 25 through 27. Jesus said to them, the kings of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who exercise authority over them call themselves benefactors. So the kings, they lord it over people. Next verse. But you are not to be like that. As a leader, you don't lord it over people. We don't say, this is my team, this is my church, this is my. We don't talk like that. He said, but you are not to be like that. Instead, the greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the one who rules like the one who serves. So if you're the leader, the greater you are a leader, the more you should serve. Next verse. For who is greater, the one who is at the table or the one who serves? Jesus in the Last Supper, he getting ready to wash his disciples' feet. He took the towel, he took off his clothes and put a towel on him like the lowest of a slave. He said, I'm about to show y'all how servanthood look. Matter of fact, I'm about to show y'all how leadership look. Because somebody done learned y'all wrong. They told y'all when you lead, you come up in that thing and you hey, look, I'm the HNIC and everybody on me. That's what they told. He said, now let me show y'all how you lead people. Whoever is greater, the one who is greater? The one who is at the table or the one who serves? Is it not the one who is at the table? If you got somebody sitting at the table and somebody serving, the one who's greater is the one that's at the table. He's greater than the server. He said, but I am among you as one who serves. I'm about to show y'all something. Is that it? That the last verse? But that's what I gave y'all. He said, you are the. Okay, let's go over to verse 28. Let me see if For are those. Okay, there we go. That was it, 27. So he said, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you how to do it. And he kneeled down and he washed his disciples' feet. They crusty, sandal-wearing, rusty, musty, dusty, crusty, toenail twisted, sandal-wearing, dirty, stanky, callous, fungus, ingrown toenail selves. He washed their feet. He said, now by this will all men know that you my disciples, by how you love one another. Do what I've done for you. The same thing I've done for them, that's what you do. You want to know how to do ministry? Then you do that. You want to know how to lead? Then you serve. You want to know how to lead your wife? You serve her, your wife. Find yourself washing feet. Man, I'm not big and pious and everybody do this for me, everybody. And I'm washing feet, man. I'm washing feet. I'm serving the people of God. I'm going to tell y'all this. In all of my years of knowing the Lord, the closest I've ever felt with the Lord, I want y'all to hear me, the closest I've ever felt with the Lord is when I wash those men's feet. The level of anointing, the level of humility, the level of the power of God that came on me in that moment. Listen, I've experienced God. I've experienced the power of God. I've never felt so close to the Lord than when I washed those men's feet. And I said, God, this is what you did for us. And this is what you tell us to do for others. We got to consistently wash feet. Literally, and wash people's feet figuratively. That's forgiving people, overcoming offenses, having forbearance and long suffering. That's washing their feet, being compassionate, being hospitable, being loving, being encouraging, giving up yourself, rejoicing with people that rejoice, weeping with people that weep. That's washing their feet. That's what we do as leaders. We don't lord it over people. That's effective ministry. Find ourselves being professional feet washers. Come on, give God a hand clap. Hallelujah. Everybody standing.